Runelite, everyone's favorite game client. It has many different features that help give the game a better experience. These features are known as plugins, which can do a variety of different things. However, there are a select few that I would recommend specifically for Ultimate Iron Man. These plugins are as small and simple as quality of life interactions and range all the way to potentially saving your account. So sit back and join me for my list of plugins that I would highly recommend for Ultimate Iron Man. Starting off strong, this wouldn't be a UIM plugin video without mentioning possibly the greatest plugin of them all. That of course is the Dude Where's My Stuff plugin. This plugin is very handy when it comes to finding where everything you own on your account is stored. It logs every possible nook and cranny around the game and centralizes all the information in one location. If you need to know how much gold you have, then you can see every spot that it is stored, as well as the total. This plugin shows everything including death storages, costume room, stash units, and much more. Overall, this plugin is an absolute must to help keep track of all your items. Next up, we have a simple plugin that could be helpful for any account, but more so useful for Ultimate Iron Man. Since Ultimate Iron Man always have random items in their inventory, it can be dangerous when casting high alchemy. This plugin, ALK Blocker, makes it so you can add items to a blacklist, so that you can never cast high alchemy on them ever again. Even with the in-game warnings, many players have accidentally spaced through and alked their precious items anyway. And over in the side panel you can see all the items that I've blacklisted. In this panel you can choose to manually add or remove anything whenever you want. Hopefully this plugin may save some players from making a huge mistake and potentially setting themselves back hundreds of hours. Another important one, very similar to ALK Blocker, this next plugin, Dialogue Assistant, is a simple plugin that allows any option in the dialog box to be disabled. For instance, I have removed the option for multiple different yes confirmation of teleports to the wilderness. Although it is unlikely, it would be very upsetting and disappointing to accidentally misclick on a teleport and send yourself to the wilderness with all of your valuable belongings. If a PKer spots an Ultimate Iron Man, they're going to have zero mercy for you, as they know they can get all of your valuable items. But it's not just limited to that. It could be used to hide any option that you don't want to misclick in the future. The possibilities are endless, so give it a shot, download it today, and try it out for yourself. Next up is one of my favorite plugins that Runelite has to offer, and potentially one of the most powerful on the list. I'm talking about custom menu swaps. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Menu Entry Swapper, and this plugin operates similar to that one, but with much more freedom and customization. This plugin allows for a huge safety feature that relates to Ultimate specifically. For example, if you're selling items to a shop, you can fully remove the option to sell certain items, meaning you won't accidentally sell your hard-earned items for a few measly coins. Here's a list that I copied, and added a few things to, that should help you prevent selling valuables in the future. You can find this list down in the description. Feel free to copy and include it yourself. You can also use this plugin to remove many other options. Once again, going to the wilderness. For example, at the Ferox Enclave, I have the barrier completely blocked off. No option there. And my max cape even has the Black Chinchampa Wilderness teleport completely removed. I also removed a handful of drop and destroy options on plenty of different items, such as Infernal Cape, Rune Pouch, and the Twisted Bow. Overall, this plugin has so much potential, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. Now, moving on to the costume room. In the POH, we have all these different storable sets, but the problem is that there are so many entries that you'll likely never have or never need. This makes navigating the storage a bit annoying, having to scroll through all these empty sets. Well, this next plugin is here to solve that. The POH Storage plugin allows you to filter storage in your costume room. No longer will you need to endlessly scroll just to find your items. This plugin is niche, but very handy when it comes to the costume room. Although it's a simple one, it's still one of my favorites on this list. I definitely recommend checking out this plugin, as it makes a great addition to everyone's player-owned house. Next up, have you ever accidentally tried to unnote at the bank, but misclicked on something in your way? We've all been there many times, and this plugin will save you from that frustration. Easy Unnode makes it so that you can only use your noted stacks on banks, instead of random players or objects standing in the way. Every ultimate needs this plugin because eventually they will have to unnode stacks on the bank. This will not only save time, but also save you from frustrating misclicks. This plugin is convenient for any type of UIM, from skiller to PVMer, and many more. And finally, last but not least, we have the Item Retrieval Service Warning. This plugin notifies you by flashing your screen to remind you when you're taking damage if you currently have items in a death storage. For those unaware, if an ultimate dies while they have items in a death storage, then those items will be permanently deleted, with no way of getting them back. This plugin is excellent for any UIM, especially people who are new to the game mode. You can even customize the hit points threshold at which this plugin will trigger, so that it's convenient for your setup. This plugin is a fantastic addition to help keep your account's item progression safe. So there we have it. That is a list of my favorite plugins for Ultimate Iron. I definitely recommend checking out all of these to help enhance your gameplay experience. Let me know which plugins you use, or if I missed any in this list. But that's everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.